I'm in the house located at 311 Galena Avenue in the city of Galena, Kansas. And I'm walking into probably what is one of the most famous, notorious rooms of the 20th century. Because in the fall of 1903, the evangelist Charles F. Parham came to the city of Galena, Kansas, by the invitation of Mary Arthur, who lived in this home. She invited him to come here and deliver his apostolic faith message. And Brother Parham stood in this room right here where I'm filming. He stood in this room, and for several days he preached and taught the principles of the apostolic faith. After several days, there was so many people that came into this house that it could not continue to hold the crowds. They were so vast. And so they pitched a tent just on the outside of this house and the adjacent lot. And there they continued their meetings until Thanksgiving of 1903. And then they moved on Main Street into what was known as the Grand Leader Building. But this is the place where the Pentecostal apostolic faith message was birthed in the city of Galena, Kansas. And I have been given the distinct privilege and honor by the owner of this house to come in and film so that other people, such as yourself that is watching this, could enjoy what it is that I talk about all the time on the Apostolic Archive International website and Facebook page. I'm going to back up just a little bit on these stairs that led up into where the bedrooms are. And I want you to be able to get a really good feel for what was taking place in 1903. Sister Parham wrote in her book, the biography of her husband, Charles F. Parham, that this house, this room right here, was very commodious. And she mentions this in her writings. Well, I never knew or understood exactly what she was talking about until I was given the privilege of coming in here and seeing this place. The ceilings are very high, which really opens it up. But right here in this area, Brother Parham preached divine healing, the baptism of the Holy Spirit, with the evidence of speaking in other tongues. The crowds grew and grew and grew. Galena, Kansas is the place where the first Pentecostal revival was ever held in America. And it started right here in this room. When I come into this place, I literally feel the presence of God and the power of the Holy Spirit, just knowing that this was the place, this was hallowed ground. This is where the founder of the modern Pentecostal movement stood in this place and preached the gospel. And it affected so many people. The historical records state that hundreds and hundreds of people received the baptism of the Holy Spirit. Almost 1,000 in a 6-month span. And thousands of people were divinely healed by the power of God. And it started right here in this place. I hope you get a feel for this room, because it is almost like sacred ground. Especially to us, those of us who really understand what happened, what took place in this house. This is the front door where they entered in. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation today. This is Dr. Garrett with the Apostolic Archives International, located in Joplin, Missouri.